Hi everyone. Today I'm the Little Miss Twin. You just couldn't tell them apart. Who? Why Little Miss Twin and Little Miss Twin, of course. Who did you think? They live in a funny sort of country called Tooland. Why was it called Tooland? You'll find out soon enough. One morning, Little Miss Twin and Little Miss Twin were having breakfast, 2 boiled eggs each. Suddenly, there were 2 knocks at the door. They both went to see who it was. And there, standing on the doorstep, was 2 postmen. Good morning, they said. People in Tooland tended to talk like that. 2 letters for you, they said. Oh, good, exclaimed the twins. They read their letters while they finished breakfast. After reading their letter, and after washing up, and after making their twin bed, and twins went shopping. To town. On the way, they passed 2 policemen. Hello, they said. The twins bought 2 loaves of bread and from Mrs. Twilight, the baker's wife. Then they ran into Mr. Double Chop, the butcher's, and bought some sausages. 2 pounds of your very best sausage, please, they said. You'll enjoy this, smiled Mr. Double Chop as he wrapped up the sausages in 2 purses. Then the twins went home to 2 Times Cottage. Why didn't I tell you? That was where they live in Tooland. Mr. Nosy was driving his car back from Happyland. He had been to see how Mr. Happy was stayed the night and was now on his way home. As he was driving along, he noticed a signpost he had never seen before. It was pointing to Tooland. Tooland, he thought to himself. I'd never heard of such a place. So, being a nosy fellow, he turned the wheel and set on to find out where Tooland was. He's not called Mr. Nosy for nothing. Nosy by name and nosy by nature. It was a very warm day, and Mr. Nosy began to feel decidedly thirsty. He stopped at the first cottage he came to. Little Miss Twin was outside gardening. I say, called out Mr. Nosy, can I possibly trouble you for a glass of water? It's so hot today, he added apologetically. Of course, smiled Little Miss Twin. Come on in. Mr. Nosy couldn't quite understand why she was talking like that, but he was so much too polite to mention the fact. He got out of his car and followed Little Miss Twin up the garden path of 2 Times Cottage. After you, she said, opening the door for him. Mr. Noisy went in and jumped. I thought you were behind me, he said. Oh, no, no, laughed little Miss Twin. She's my twin. That's right, giggled another little Miss Twin behind him. Am I in Tulan? Mr. Noisy asked the twins as he slid his glass of water. They both giggled. Oh, yes, they said. And do you always talk like this? He said. Like what? They said. Would you like to stay for lunch? Asked one of the twins. It's sausages, added the other. How very kind, replied Mr. Noisy. Their way of talking seems to be catching. After lunch, the little Miss Twins promised to show Mr. Noisy around Tulan. They took him to the Two-Town Art Gallery. There were two of every painting. They took him to the Two-Town Hall to meet the mayor, Mr. Doublechin. Welcome to our town, he said as he shook Mr. Noisy by the hand. And then the three of them went for tea to the main hotel in Two-Town. The rich. They had 2 cups of tea each, and 2 sandwiches each, and 2 cakes each. Let me pay, said Mr. Noisy. Oh, no, they insisted. You're our guest, they added. It was getting quite late when they came out of the rich. I really must be going, said Mr. Noisy as climbed into his car, which he had parked outside the hotel. I don't like driving in the dark. Lovely to meet you, Mr. Noisy, said one twin. I hope we meet again soon, said the other. Bye, called Mr. Noisy as he drove off. Bye. The twins called after him. 2 days later in Tiddletown, which was where he lived, Mr. Noisy received a letter. It had a Tulan postmark on an envelope and 2 Tulan stamps. He opened it in great excitement. Inside the envelope was a parking fine for parking his car on a double yellow line outside the rich in Two-Town, which, as you know, is no place to park